The devastating crisis, a comprehensive analysis. How industrial agriculture has broken Earth's water cycle. What if I told you that beneath our feet lies the answer to climate chaos? What if decades of droughts, flash floods, and extreme weather aren't random acts of nature, but the direct result of how we've treated our soil? Today, we'll uncover the hidden crisis that's breaking Earth's water cycle, and the solution that's literally right under our nose. PQNK, Cultivating Sustainable Tomorrow Through Regenerative Agriculture. The crisis revealed. The numbers tell a story of unprecedented destruction. For billions of years, water lived just 20 to 30 feet below our soil surface. Today, it's plummeted to over 300 feet deep. That's 280 feet of water, trillions upon trillions of tons, that once stabilized our climate, now floating chaotically in our atmosphere. Every flash flood, every drought, every extreme weather event we're experiencing is connected to this massive displacement of water from where nature intended it to be. Nature's original design. For billions of years, Earth was a perfectly balanced water machine. Picture this: soil wasn't just dirt, it was a living, breathing sponge. Deep, rich with organic matter, teeming with life. When rain fell, this soil embraced every drop, storing it like a vast underground reservoir. Plants and trees created a green canopy that kept temperatures cool and steady. Water moved slowly, gently, through layers of earth, feeding rivers and springs with crystal clear flow. The atmosphere held just the right amount of moisture for predictable seasons. Farmers could count on nature's rhythm. This wasn't luck, this was engineering perfected over millions of millennia. The heat island effect. But then we broke the system. We stripped away nature's protective cover and exposed naked soil to the blazing sun. Imagine touching asphalt on a summer day. That's what we've done to millions of acres of farmland. Soil temperatures now spike to 70 degrees Celsius and beyond. That's hot enough to burn your hand. When air touches this superheated earth, it doesn't just warm up, it explodes upward like a rocket, carrying precious water vapor far from where it's needed. What should be gentle, local rain becomes violent storms hundreds of miles away. The hardpan catastrophe. As if burning away our soil's protective cover wasn't enough, we then crushed what remained. Massive tractors, weighing tens of thousands of pounds, compress the earth into concrete hard layers called hardpan. When rain falls on this compacted surface, it doesn't soak in, it can't. Instead, water races across the land like it's hitting pavement, gathering speed and power as it rushes toward the lowest ground. What should nourish crops becomes a destructive force, washing away the very topsoil our future depends on. The atmospheric overload. Now imagine 280 feet worth of water that should be safely stored in soil, trillions upon trillions of gallons, floating chaotically in our sky instead. This isn't just a number on a chart. This is the weight of climate instability pressing down on every community on Earth. When this massive volume of displaced water finally comes down, it doesn't fall gently. It crashes down in devastating torrents that overwhelm rivers, destroy crops, and flood cities. Meanwhile, the areas that lost this water bake under relentless drought. The evidence: groundwater crisis. The evidence is buried beneath our feet, but the story it tells is undeniable. Wells that our grandparents dug at 30 feet now reach down 300 feet or more and still come up dry. This isn't happening in one place, it's happening everywhere we've industrialized agriculture. We're not just mining water faster than nature can replace it. We've destroyed the very system that stores and distributes water naturally. Every foot deeper we have to drill is a foot further from the stable climate our ancestors knew. Weather chaos unleashed. The displaced water doesn't just disappear, it's creating weather chaos we've never seen before. Flash floods that turn streets into rivers in minutes. Droughts that stretch for years where rain used to fall predictably. Heat waves that shatter century-old records, followed by unseasonable cold snaps that devastate crops. This isn't climate change as we've been taught to think about it, this is the direct, immediate result of destroying the soil's ability to regulate our local water cycle. The compounding crisis. Every year we continue these practices, the crisis accelerates. Hardpan layers grow thicker and more impermeable. The soil biology that once created natural water storage dies off completely. What little topsoil remains gets washed or blown away. We're not just damaging the land, we're creating irreversible tipping points. There will come a moment when no amount of money or technology can restore what we've destroyed. The question isn't whether we can afford to act. The question is whether we can afford to wait another day. The solution: breaking the hardpan. But here's the remarkable thing: we know exactly how to fix this. The solution is as powerful as it is simple. We must break the hardpan that's choking our soil to death. Picture a subsoiler, cutting deep through compressed earth like a ship breaking through ice. As these steel shanks slice through the hardpan at 18 to 24 inches deep, they're not just loosening soil, they're restoring the pathways for water to flow back to where nature intended it to be. This isn't just farming equipment, this is climate repair technology. No-till revolution. The second part of the solution requires us to fundamentally change how we think about farming. For generations, we've believed that aggressive plowing was necessary for good crops. But every time we turn the soil, we're destroying the intricate network of channels, fungal threads, and living pathways that nature spent years creating. No-till farming doesn't just save fuel and time, it preserves the soil's natural architecture for water storage. The earth knows how to heal itself, if we just stop wounding it. The living armor. Finally, we must never again leave soil naked and vulnerable. Nature abhors bare ground. Everywhere you look in the natural world, the earth is clothed in living plants or protective organic matter. Cover crops aren't just pretty green fields, they're living armor that shields soil from temperature extremes, feeds the biology that creates water storage, and transforms the relationship between earth and sky. When soil is continuously covered, it breathes instead of burning. It welcomes rain instead of rejecting it. The economics of catastrophe. Let's talk about money, because this crisis is bankrupting us. Every year we continue current practices, we're spending over $200 billion on the consequences. Flood damage that destroys cities overnight. Drought that turns productive farmland into wasteland. Deeper and deeper wells chasing water that keeps disappearing. Emergency responses to increasingly violent weather. This isn't just an environmental crisis, it's an economic emergency. We're literally spending ourselves into poverty trying to manage the chaos we've created. The solution: investment. Now here's the stunning contrast. Fixing this crisis would cost just $20 billion over 2 years. $20 billion to solve a problem that's costing us $200 billion every single year. That's a 10-to-1 return on investment, the kind of financial opportunity that businesses dream about. We're not asking for a massive sacrifice. We're offering the greatest economic bargain in human history: spend $20 billion once to save $200 billion every year forever. The 24-month emergency plan. We can't afford to study this problem for another decade. We need emergency action starting today. In the first 6 months, declare this a national crisis and begin breaking hardpan on the most critical watersheds. By month 12, have subsoiling and raised bed making equipment deployed nationwide and no-till practices spreading across the landscape by distributing no-till precision planters. By month 18, complete hardpan breaking and establish soil cover requirements. By month 24, have restored the foundation for natural water cycling. This isn't just possible, it's essential for our survival. Transformation vision. Imagine standing on this same land 3 years from now. The hardpan is broken. The soil breathes again. When rain falls, you can actually hear it being welcomed by the earth instead of rejected. The ground stays cool under living cover. Springs that went dry decades ago begin flowing again. Farmers plant crops with confidence instead of fear. Weather patterns stabilize as local water cycling is restored. This isn't a fantasy, this is what happens when we fix the water cycle. This is what we can have, if we choose to act. Global leadership opportunity. We have the chance to lead the world out of this crisis. Every nation watching us will see that it's possible to restore the water cycle, stabilize the climate, and create abundance instead of scarcity. When we prove that soil health is climate health, we become the example that saves not just our own land, but the planet. This is our moment to choose between being remembered as the generation that broke the Earth's water cycle, or the generation that healed it. The choice before us. We stand at the most critical decision point in agricultural history. Down one path lies accelerating disaster, deeper droughts, more violent floods, higher costs, and ultimately, the collapse of stable food production. Down the other path lies restoration, healed soils, stable weather, abundant water, and a legacy of stewardship our children can be proud of. The science is clear. The solutions are proven. The economics are overwhelming. All that remains is the courage to choose the path of healing over the path of destruction. Call to action. Policymakers, the power to heal our planet's water cycle is in your hands right now. You must declare this a national emergency today, not next month, not next year, today. Allocate emergency funding to break every hardpan layer choking our soil. Ban the destructive plowing that's destroying our future. Mandate that no soil goes naked and vulnerable ever again. Create the monitoring systems to track our planet's recovery. The choice you make in this moment will echo through generations. Choose healing. Choose hope. Choose to be the leaders who restored Earth's water cycle. The legacy we choose. History will remember this moment. They'll remember whether we chose to be the generation that broke Earth's water cycle, or the generation that healed it. Whether we left our children a world of climate chaos and scarcity, or stable weather and abundance. The science is clear. The solutions are proven. The economics are overwhelming. The only question remaining is whether we have the wisdom and courage to act. The water cycle can be restored. The climate can be stabilized. The future can be saved. It all starts with the soil beneath our feet, and the choice we make today. Closing message. The nation that destroys its soil destroys itself. The nation that restores its soil secures its future. Today, we choose to secure the future.